think she could actually beat like a male like champion? Like seriously, like on some real shit. Like I know she tough, but you think she could beat any man champion?
My opinion is girls, boys is boys.
Right.
A girl is gonna be a girl. I don't think a girl can beat a man.
We talked yesterday to Clarissa Shields. You know Clarissa is, right? Obviously. She said that she wants to fight men and then threw out names of guys she could beat. She said she could beat Keith Thurman, she could beat Sean Porter, she could beat Triple G. When you hear Clarissa say that, like, what's your reaction to that?
She's confident. She's confident in her ability and her skills, but that's pretty much what she's saying. I don't think she really want to get in a fight. I mean, in a ring with those fighters that she called out.
Here's the thing. You put Clarissa Shields in the ring with a fighter in her weight class at her same level, and she's going to be outmatched. There's a lot that goes into it. And it's one of those things that, things are easier said than done.
The boxing world erupted when Clarissa Shields boldly declared she could defeat Rolando Romero, instantly igniting debates across gyms, social media, and fight circles worldwide. Was this supreme confidence or pure shock value? As the statement spread, seasoned fighters and analysts quickly pushed back, highlighting the undeniable differences in size, natural strength, and punching power between Shields and Romero. Many argued that while Shields is a dominant force in women's boxing, stepping in against a naturally bigger, hard-hitting opponent like Romero presents an entirely different level of danger. Critics openly questioned the realism of such a matchup, suggesting that skill alone might not bridge the physical gap. Yet, the controversy only fueled more attention, turning a bold claim into one of the most talked-about talking points in boxing today and continuing to divide opinions everywhere.
Animal that she's not really prepared for. I think that there are fighters that she could beat, but no one is her level in men's professional boxing. It's just a different animal.
Former world champion Sean Porter didn't hold back when addressing the heated debate surrounding Clarissa Shields, giving her full respect while drawing a firm line. Porter praised Shields as arguably the greatest female boxer in the sport today, recognizing her dominance, skill set, and championship mentality inside the ring. However, he made it crystal clear that competing against elite male fighters is a completely different challenge altogether. According to Porter, the gap in physical attributes at the highest level of men's boxing is impossible to ignore. He emphasized that world-class male fighters operate with a different level of strength, speed, and punching power, creating a reality that even the most skilled female champion would struggle to overcome in a real fight scenario at that level.
That's cute. It's cute that, she's made it to the point that she's made it to. That is remarkable. That is very, very respectful. I think every fighter in the world, whether you're a man, woman, whatever, you should respect things that she's done.
Right.
Styles make fights. That's a common saying in boxing, and it's 100% true. But along with that, she has the thing that I don't think realizes that, whatever top boxer she's been in the ring with, I'm sure that top boxer was, took his foot off the gas pedal. And any fighter that isn't at that level is really defending himself against her because he's not on her level.
Right. Terence Crawford offered a more measured take on the bold claims made by Clarissa Shields, suggesting that her callouts might not be about genuinely stepping into the ring with top male fighters, but rather a reflection of her unshakable confidence. Crawford pointed out that Shields has spent years sparring with men in the gym, going toe-to-toe in intense sessions that naturally build belief in her own abilities. That consistent exposure to high-level male competition has likely shaped her mindset, convincing her that she can hold her own at any level. While he didn't fully endorse the idea of such a fight happening, Crawford made it clear that Shields' mindset comes from experience, not delusion, and that confidence is what defines great fighters.
So dominant in the female boxing world, she need a man to fight, but I don't believe she actually step foot in the ring with those guys. Man, I'm gonna tell you this, Clarissa's been getting in the ring, sparring men since I've known her, so I felt like she'd give anybody problems.
However, Keith Thurman strongly pushed back against the growing narrative, challenging the idea that Clarissa Shields is truly dominating male competition in sparring sessions. Thurman argued that the reality inside the gym is often misunderstood or exaggerated, especially when fans hear about sparring stories without full context. According to him, Shields is not regularly going rounds with elite, world-class male fighters who compete at the highest professional level. Instead, he claims she is mostly working with smaller, less experienced amateur boys, which creates a misleading perception of her dominance. Thurman emphasized that there's a massive difference between sparring and facing top-tier fighters in real competition, and that distinction matters.
She had the audacity to say, I spar men. And she puts this video of her sparring some kids that look like they just walked into my boxing club. They look like the softest amateurs I've ever seen. And she hits this boy with an overhand right. She's in the corner. She hits him with the overhand right. He eats that thing like some Lucky Charms. He don't take one step back. He got hit square in his face. He don't take. No, he ate it like some Lucky Charms, man. Didn't take one step back. Her homegirl filming the whole thing was like, great right hand. Great right hand.
Keith Thurman revealed that Clarissa Shields once even called him out during the peak of his run as an undisputed level champion, but the moment barely gained any traction in the boxing world. According to Thurman, that lack of attention speaks volumes about how such challenges are perceived within the sport. He added that Shields, despite her greatness, must recognize the clear divide between men's and women's boxing. Thurman emphasized that both operate under entirely different standards, especially when it comes to physical demands, power, and durability. Because of those fundamental differences, he believes a serious crossover fight at the elite level isn't just unlikely, but realistically impossible to execute competitively.
You know what she has, you know, when I was an undefeated champion, she still said the same thing, okay? But it got no attention, okay? So all Clarissa Shields did, however she feels about Thurman, however she feels about this men versus women battle of the sexes event that she wants to do for whatever reason, she picked one of the hottest boxing nights of the year. Women don't even do 3-minute rounds, bro.
I know.
They don't even do 3-minute rounds. Like, what do you like? It's not even the same thing.
Shakur Stevenson gave Clarissa Shields full credit for her incredible accomplishments, recognizing her as one of the most dominant and decorated fighters in the sport today. He praised her skill, discipline, and championship mindset, admitting that what she's achieved is nothing short of remarkable. However, Stevenson also made it clear that, in his view, beating elite male champions is a completely different challenge. He explained that the physical and competitive differences between men's and women's boxing are too significant to overlook. Because of that, he believes both divisions should remain separate, just like in other professional sports, to preserve fairness, safety, and the integrity of competition at the highest level.
How y'all get in the mix with her?
I've known her since a kid too. Like, she's somebody who kind of supported me from day one, and I support her the same way. Clarissa really if she was a boy, bro, I don't think a girl can beat a man. That's the same thing like you ask a basketball player.
Yeah.
Like, can a female basketball player beat a male basketball?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. LeBron.
Because Clarissa be talking hot, though.
Nah, she's like that,
No,
though.
she like that, but she ain't.
If she was a boy, bro, that's what I was trying to tell you.
She was a boy.
If she was a boy, she'd be Floyd Mayweather. Hello.
I don't know.
If
That's
she was
already
a
no,
boy,
you can't do that.
she will be Floyd Mayweather. How can she not?
can't.
Despite all the criticism surrounding her bold callouts, Clarissa Shields continues to stand tall as one of the greatest female fighters the sport has ever seen. A two-time Olympic gold medalist, she has carved out a legacy that very few in boxing history can match. Shields made history by becoming the only fighter, male or female, to achieve undisputed champion status across 3 weight divisions in the 4-belt era. Her dominance at the highest level has earned her major accolades and helped elevate women's boxing globally. Even Floyd Mayweather Jr. has publicly praised her greatness, calling her the female TBE and applauding her warrior mindset, emphasizing that her achievements deserve recognition alongside the very best in boxing history.
All of my which one you want to sign from, which one you out. that fight. Well, recently, like myself, like myself, I go, like, call her, what about you? So, like, I have to her, can like, being her first one. One loss, one whole country. I'm like, no, I'm on the same train. You know, just started, you know what to eat, you know what to do, what to do.
Many in the boxing world are stunned by the whirlwind surrounding Clarissa Shields and her bold claims about fighting male champions. While some see it as pure hype or confidence, the reality is that Shields has generated unprecedented attention for women's boxing, forcing fans and analysts alike to debate what's possible and what's promotional. Critics argue that much of the conversation is media-driven, fueled by her name drops and daring statements rather than any realistic matchup. Yet, the discussion highlights her influence and the curiosity she sparks across the sport. Could Shields actually step into the ring with a male world champion? Or is it all bravado? We want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the hottest boxing debates and exclusive insights on the biggest stars in the ring.